everybody. The name of today's forum is called The Shit They Don't Tell You. This forum is about the immune system and the dangers of sugar. So, your speaker today is Alvin Thomas. That is me. A little quick background of why I'm here is I've been not a long time, but I've been researching and knowledge in the health sector for the last 6 to 7 years. It started with my dad being sick with cancer. Um, so I went into searching for methods that I could do to help him with that problem, but it was too late. So when he died, all the things that all the knowledge that I acquired and tried to facilitate for him, I turned around and applied those things to myself. And when I did that, I noticed a lot of changes in myself and things that I thought I had to live with, like asthma and allergies. I don't have those anymore. I haven't had allergy or asthma check in over 5 years. Back pain, seldom have back pain. I used to go to the hospital at least twice a year for back issues. Haven't had any real back issues in over 5 years, maybe one. And that wasn't bad as what it used to be. Arthritis, I don't know if some of you guys out there have issues with sometimes trying to open up jars and stuff, and it seems like you can't get quite enough grip on that lid to open that jar. And as much as you try to squeeze that, you do not get a grip. That's poor circulation. And I used to have that all the time. Don't have that anymore. Yeah, so it's a lot of things that I acquired, and I have a lot of information here that I am ready to share with you people. The title of this forum is called "The Shit That They Don't Tell You." I titled that. I titled that to get people's attention and see what I was talking about. And in all actuality, it says the shit that they don't tell you, but they don't have to tell you shit because the way America is set up, there's pitfalls, there's good, there's bad. But in order to overcome all those, you have to research and know what you're doing. And if you don't, you'll be lost in the mud. The same thing goes with health. They're not going to tell you all the simple stuff that you need to do that can stop you from coming to them. So that's where I'm trying to step in at to help people uh, get a simple understanding of their bodies and how it works, and we can um, we can live some healthy lives until it's time for us to go. And the reason why I say that, people be like, "Why are you doing all of that? You're gonna die of something anyway." Yeah, you're gonna die of something anyway, but what is your quality of life until you die? I'd rather be feeling good, breathing good, and in a healthy mind state until it's time for me to go, instead of having to get limbs cut off because I got diabetes from digesting too much sugar. And I'm limping around and walking around with one leg or one arm until I die. Or I got bowel diseases and bowel implications that every morning when I get up, I feel miserable. Who want to live that type of life until they die? So yeah, you're right. You're gonna die of something, but I'd rather have a good quality of life before it's my time to go. So why are we here? We are here to learn about the immune system and the dangers of sugar. We're here to learn about how sugar affects our immune system. We're here to gain awareness about the side effects of too much sugar and its importance of taking care of your immune system. We're here to learn how to control sugar intake and repair the immune system. Got a few Black health facts here for us. In 2019, over 200,000 new cases of cancer for Blacks was reported. 73,000 of those deaths were expected amongst Blacks. 90,000 people are expected, 90,000 Blacks are expected to die in 2020. African Americans are 14 to 100% more likely to have Alzheimer and dementia than other races. Black people risk of diabetes is 77% higher than other races. Black people account for 35% of kidney failure in the United States. So I try to put some health facts in there to let us know what state that we are in as Black people. And these health facts that I have here all relate towards sugar use. So a lot of these cases are just from overconsumption of sugar. What is the immune system? The immune system is a complex plethora of cells that provides protection for our body by fighting off harmful bacteria, viruses, mold, and fungi every microsecond of the day. The immune system is your body's personal army that will protect you if you protect it. So remember that word army, because the way that this immune system works for our body is literally like an army. It's literally like you have the police department, you have the Army Reserves, and you have the Army. It works that way. So I'm gonna keep using that analogy as far as Army and immune system related to your body to make it make sense on how it works. So how does the immune system work? The immune system works in 3 stages. I have 4 here, but it's actually 3. Just barriers work with the other 3. So the first one you have is the immune system. Then you have the complement immune system. Then you have the specific immune system. And then you have chemical barriers. So the innate immune system. The innate immune barrier designed to provide immediate protection for our body through the skin, respiratory system, gastrointestinal tract, urinary tract, mucous membrane, and stomach. This is our body's first line of defense. So those things that I named, your skin, your respiratory system, your intestinal tract, and your urinary tract, and your mucous membrane, and your stomach. Even though those things are in your body, it's still not in your body. Okay, so you have an opening from your mouth to your butt that's not considered the inside. It's considered the outside of your body because it doesn't penetrate inside of your body. It's just a tube that goes from your mouth to your stomach, then out your butt. So your respiratory system, your stomach, and your urinary tract is all connected to that tube. And all the openings in your body is connected to that tube. So the openings to your nose, your eyes, your ears, your mouth, and your private part and your butt, all of those holes are connected together. So you have a mucous membrane that covers all of those openings from the beginning of the opening to the end of the opening. Your mucous membrane is what protects that. In your stomach, intestinal tract, and your respiratory system is all coated with this mucous membrane to keep stuff out of the inside of your body. So with the innate, like your skin, virus, germs, whatever come and get on your skin, you have bacteria that will, or you have bacteria that's part of your immune system that will fight that. If you have a nail penetrate your skin, then it'll show an issue on the second part of your immune system, which is the complement immune system. So like I said, the innate immune system basically just keep things out of your body. It's a like a force field, your protective layer. Look at your skin, it's a force field. And then those internal parts, mucous membrane is another force field that helps keep things out of your body. So now, if you have something that enters your body, like a nail in your hand, or you step on a nail, or you break your foot, or just something tragic, or a cut, that's when the complement immune system takes place. So this part of the immune system has 20 proteins numbered from C1 to C9 that creates inflammation, heat, and destroys pathogens. So this graph over here presents what that those proteins, the C1 to C9, because if something penetrates the skin, that part of the immune system instantly goes to wherever the issue is. And what happens is it's going to put inflammation there. So the inflammation, it it's contacting the complement immune system that there's a problem and something needs to be done. So the inflammation forms, and then the heat forms, and then the past pathogens, the bad bacteria that entered that area from the injury. So when you feel that heat and you feel that inflammation, that's actually a good thing, because it's letting you know that the body is on the case and is taking care of what it needs to take care of. Then you have the specific immune system. The specific immune system is made up of two cells, B and T. B cells are provided in our bone marrow. These cells figure out what it takes to kill the enemy. Then it kills the enemy. After that, it saves the information used to kill whatever microorganisms for the next encounter. T cells, known as killer cells, are cultivated in the thymus gland. These cells do the same job as B cells, but only reacts if the B cell can't get the job done. B and T cells are waiting to kill any intruder specific to characteristics based off the cell's memory bank. And if there is no memory on how to kill the enemy, the B and T cell will make one. So this part of the immune system is the last part of defense. So you have the innate system, that is your exterior barrier. If anything gets past that exterior barrier, then the second defense comes in, and that is the complement immune system, which that goes right to the area of problem, and then starts working on it right away, killing bacteria off, killing viruses off, and mending whatever injury that has happened to your body. So if all of that doesn't work and it gets past that, then you have your specific immune system. That's your B and T cells are waiting for the intruder to come, or they are putting together a plan on how to go and combat that intruder. So while the innate immune system and the complement immune system is doing the fighting, the specific immune system is figuring out what to do with this in case the other two doesn't take care of it. And then once it doesn't take care of it, the B cells go right in and do what they need to do. And if it's too strong, the T cells jump right on top of it and then go ahead and get rid of it. Now, you gotta remember, all of this will be weakened if your immune system is weak. to not be able to give these cells the power that they need to destroy anything that comes into your body. So then we got our chemical barriers. You got your stomach acid, your sweat ducts and tear ducts, and your vaginal tract. So your mouth and your stomach pretty much got the same types of acids. So that's why all of these acids are powerful, like nothing can live in these acids. That's if your immune system is strong, you have your immune system built to where it needs to be. But even on a regular basis, stuff cannot last in your mouth and your stomach acid. It cannot last in your gut and your stomach acid. Sweat ducts and tears, those same as the acid in there fights and kills bacteria. And the vaginal tract, the lactic acid in that does the same thing, kills all types of stuff. But that's if your immune system is where it needs to be. So sugar, soluble carbohydrates. Sugar is a highly processed with no nutrient content in about 90% of all processed foods. 184,000 people died worldwide just from sugar drinks alone. So sugar, did you know sugar is 8 times more addicting than cocaine and is the #1 cause of diabetes, cancer, and Alzheimer's disease in Blacks? The sugar industry has been connecting the dots about this problem since the 1950s. So that means that they are knowingly poisoning and addicting us with this stuff. Americans has been dumbed down because of our eating habits, and the food industry knows this. There are 10 big food companies that supply the majority of America's food supply. These food conglomerates work together to keep us addicted, to keep them rich, making American people the most overweight people in the world. Women should only consume 6 teaspoons of sugar, and men should only consume 9 teaspoons of sugar a day. The average person consumes 26 teaspoons of sugar a day. That equals up to 20 5-pound bags of sugar each year. 1 can of Coke could have your daily allowance of sugar. So what types of sugar do we have? We have complex carbohydrates. These are carbs that's broken down into glucose for the body to use as energy. Complex carbohydrates are found in foods like peas, beans, whole grains, and vegetables. Complex carbohydrates are the good carbs we should be eating because the sugar is accompanied by fiber and minerals that helps slowly release glucose into the body. Then you have simple carbohydrates. Simple carbohydrates break down fast in the body. You can find simple carbohydrates in fruit and all processed foods and drinks. These sugars cause problems because it has no micronutrients, which are vital chemicals and antioxidants needed to feed cells. Simple carbohydrates also cause the liver to store excess sugar as fat. Once this happens, sugar-related diseases start. So in the explanation of these simple sugars, I mentioned that fruit is a simple sugar. Fruit is a simple sugar, but it's still digested different from these foods here. Like I said, none of these foods have any type of nutrient content. Maybe little, small amounts, but most of it is deadly, sugar, sodium. The difference from fruit and these are that fruit has the micronutrients and the vital chemicals and oxidants that's needed for the cells and for the liver. So when you eat the processed foods, it doesn't even go everything that you eat is supposed to go through your liver first, and then your liver processes it and sends it out. This type of sugar, your body doesn't accept it in the liver because it doesn't So it just makes it go right past the liver and go right into your bloodstream. And when it goes into your bloodstream and circulates throughout your body, it comes back to your liver. Now your liver is storing it as fat because it don't look at it as sugar anymore. It's looking at it as fat. So that causes you a fat liver, and fat liver causes all types of diseases. This right here is killing us left and right. We have to get control of that. You got to get control of it. And when it comes to simple sugars, I am not exempt from this. I know that I am addicted to sugar. And with me knowing that I am addicted to sugar, I moderate it, and I try to stay away from it as long as I can, but that addiction part kicks in and I'll smash a whole pack of cookies in one setting, a whole pack of donuts in one setting, because I'm still addicted to it, but I'm slowly but surely working my way off of it. I'm nowhere where I used to be. I don't excess use sugar. My problem now is when I get one of those attacks, I go and binge and then I'm done. But that's still not good. So this is one thing I think all of us need to hold each other accountable with, because the sugar is the most deadliest out of all of it. And we don't know it because we normalize it and we think it's normal. So these are all the diseases that are caused by sugar. And this is just a small list. I just picked out the ones that identified to me just to get everybody to just see how much this is out there and what the sugar does to us. If you research it, you'll be able to find way more problems than this. So some of the problems we have is suppression of the immune system, bacteria, heart disease, inflammation, kidney disease, osteosclerosis, cataracts, asthma, type 2 diabetes, Alzheimer's, high cholesterol, mineral deficiency, estrogen production in men, cancer, erectile dysfunction, fertility problems, tooth decay, weight gain, depression, anxiety, deoxytized cells, acne, age faster, drains energy, fatty liver. All of those things are caused by too much sugar. And like I said, it's way more than these. That's deep. So this diagram right here, I pulled to show you that how your gut and your brain is connected. That's why they say your gut is your second brain. But the gut is 80% of our immune system. This part of the immune system controls what you eat, your weight, and your mental activity. So this diagram showing that there were some problems right here. So once the intestines have a problem, the communicating side of the intestines that's here has to tell the brain what it needs, what's going on inside the intestines, so it can give the commands to heal the area that's affected. So you have these two nerves right here that control your senses. These two nerves right here that control your motor functions. Eyes blinking, heart beating, breathing, all motor functions, everything you could think of. So now your intestines has the problem. This side of your intestine tells the brain, yo, I got a problem. So the brain sees what the problem is, and then it sends out what it needs to do to your spleen to produce whatever histamines or antigens or whatever it needs to go out to heal this area. So when I was saying before, as our immune system is our army. So that army is protecting this, your gut, pretty much your whole body. So what that army is protecting in your gut, there's a whole community in here that's called microbiome. And it's bacteria, bad and good, that's all over your whole body, but it's mainly inside your intestines. So this, and it's a whole community. This is what that army is protecting. So the food that you eat can most definitely affect how you think, how you feel, and how you act on things. Anxiety and depression, that's going to be real prevalent in you if this is dirty. This and it's not clean and it's full of bad guys. That's the microbiome, which I'm about to get ready to go into next. Okay, so this is a diagram of the complementary immune system. Remember, I told you that army, the complementary immune system is the last defense. You got your innate system, you got your complementary system, and then you got your specific immune system. I'm sorry, I meant specific immune system is your last part of defense. And all of these green knots that you see here, those are lymph nodes. And in those lymph nodes is that specific army, the last one that I told you about. And they're sitting all over your body strategically waiting to attack whatever it needs to attack. Because while the other two, your innate immune system and your complement immune system is fighting, your specific immune system is sitting back, putting together a plan and waiting and waiting. And then when it's time to attack, they know exactly what to do. And they go out and do what they got to do. Okay, microbiome. This is an actual community of 1 trillion microorganisms, good and bad, that's all over our bodies and in our guts. Having a good balance of microbiome is necessary for good health and a strong immune system. So yeah, this right here is that community I was telling you guys about. This community is over your whole body. And like I said, 80% of it is in your gut. So this community, it acts pretty much like we do out here. So you got things that build things that destroy things that build things up for your body, supply certain type of nutrients or whatever it needs. This whole community is working inside our body like our body is this world, like how we do outside in this world. So before it was processed foods and all that type of stuff, we didn't look towards the grocery store for food. We looked to the earth for food. And it's the same thing these microbiome organisms are doing. They consider us as their earth. So it's looking for us to provide them with the things that they need to function the way that they have to. The same way that we look for the air to flow for us, the water to come, you know, the bees to pollinate things to sustain life and bring new life and plants, the food chain with the animals and how that goes, trees give enough oxygen for us to breathe. It's the microbiome system is doing all of those same things inside of your body that we do out here. So when your immune system, just like we have out here, we have the police, we have the army, we have army reserves. So You have your police. That's your innate system. They just protect your barrier. They just making sure nobody get in. It's just work like the regular police. Then you have the national reserves. That's your complement immune system. So somebody come in and there's an isolated issue, we can send the complement immune system to take care of that isolated issue. But if it's bad and we have a war going on in our body, then we have to bring out the specific, because that's when it's wartime and the specific immune system comes out and does what it needs to do. It's the exact same concept inside our body as out. It's just we looking at microorganisms instead of people, but these are living things. They are, in their sense, people. All right. So I had a video to play. I'm gonna just tag it behind this video that I'm making. So, how do we change mindset? Pretty much, you got to view the way you look at food different. You got to view sugars and sodiums and things of them sort, the things of those natures as poison and danger to your body. You have to start looking at food like it's medicine. You have to start looking at your kitchen like it's literally a pharmacy, because there's a lot of things in your cabinets that can save you, heal you, and help you if you knew what those things were. So a change of mindset, a whole how you view foods and how it relates to you. Second thing is throw out all your processed foods and drinks. That's that's the first thing that I did when I was trying to get myself in order. I threw away everything out of my cabinets and refrigerator. Got rid of my seasoning salts, got rid of my hot sauce, got rid of my ketchup, got rid of my box foods, got rid of my canned foods, got rid of any juices or that's made with sugar or drinks. I got rid of all of that stuff and threw it in the trash and started over. So, what sugar to use? Use natural sugars such as agave, raw honey, maple syrup, sativa, and other natural sugars. Follow the eating assignments that's in this presentation, and then feed your body with plant-based foods and G bombs. G bombs is an acronym that I like to use for these vegetables and fruits, because they are packed with a whole to help you out, along with all the other fruits and vegetables. Those are good too, but to get uh, the most highest nutrient content that you can possibly get in one eating is use these uh, all the time. So G bombs, G is for greens, B is for beans, O is for onions, M is for mushrooms, B is for berries, and S is for seeds. These are the nutrients that's most dense with these foods are most nutrient dense. So the assignment that I have, this is my second lecture on food, and I started my first lecture 2 weeks ago. So the assignment that I gave people 2 weeks ago is still this assignment today. This assignment that I have is geared to resetting your body and starting back at a fresh state. But one of the things that we need to do is make sure that we are reading these nutrition labels so we can know what we're doing when we eating what we eating. So as you know, about 24 to 25 milligrams of sugar should be your daily intake. So you should be looking at these nutrition labels and making sure, you know, you're not buying nothing that's convoluted with a bunch of sugar or sodium. So this is important. These things you need to just find that label and just look through it. Right now, we're focusing on sodium and we're focusing on sugar. These are two things. Start focusing on. So, like I said, this is the same assignment that we had last 2 weeks, and we're going to still apply it this week. And what this is we're not going to be changing no food or nothing like that. We're going to start changing the way that we eat and how that is done. So the way that I'm going to explain to you on how to do this is based on our circadian rhythm to the universe. Basically, the way that God designed us to intake food, to discharge food, and to heal ourselves. So all of these things are according to the universe and how we are with the universe. So no eating and drinking at the same time. Yes, no eating and drinking at the same time. This may sound odd to some and disturbing to others, but it's a must if you're trying to gain proper nutrient intake from the meal you eat. This also helps with weight loss. When eating and drinking at the same time, the liquid of choice that you are drinking while eating is diluting your stomach acid, causing the food in your stomach to not break down completely, which will make it hard for the intestines to absorb nutrients out of the unbroken down food. Also, the unbroken down food ends up lingering around in your intestines, fermentating, then after a while causing disease. Try drinking fluids 30 minutes before or 30 minutes after a meal. Give your stomach the time to digest. Second thing, no starch and protein at the same time. The reason why saliva from your mouth plays a big part in the digestion process. It moistens food for swallowing, and it's also full of enzymes that breaks down starches. These enzymes can be called by two names, amylase and hythylene. These enzymes are responsible for 30% of the digestion process for starch when it enters your body. And the only place that can happen in your body is in your mouth. Where the problem comes in is when you're eating starch and protein at the same time, your mouth do not produce enough saliva to break down the two. Before entering the stomach, before entering the stomach, once in the stomach, naturally is going to break down the protein first, but it's going to have a hard time breaking down the unbroken down starch. The unbroken down food sticks to the intestinal walls and cause disease over time. Third one, do not eat after 7 p.m. This is a hard one, but it's most important. Every day you should start eating somewhere around 12 p.m. and stop eating somewhere between 5 and 7 p.m. Making sure you have stopped eating up to 2 hours before bedtime. This will allow your stomach to digest its food before the body's healing process starts once you're asleep. Also doing this will allow absorption of all its nutrients from the meal that was eaten before bedtime. The nutrients from that meal will assist with giving your body energy, healing itself, and detoxification. So ideally, you want to try your hardest to have eaten and relieve yourself, that's bowel movement, of the last meal of the day before you hit the sack. Once you have gotten consistent with all four steps, this will be no problem. Eating late at night is dangerous to the body because the food does not move or digest while you're sleeping, causing the undigested food to ferment in the intestinal tract. Over time, after 5, 10, 15 years, the processed food and undigested fermented foods builds up a thick film and mucus on the intestinal walls, preventing the intestines from moving waste properly and absorbing its nutrients for the daily function. This is a problem for millions of people. So this, I want to elaborate on this. This is one of the things that was an eye opener for me when I said that I was trying to help my dad when he had cancer, because my dad worked second shift his whole life. So his routine was go to work, do whatever you do at work, get off at work, and my mom would have a big meal waiting for him in the microwave. And he get off work 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, come home and eat, and then go to bed. But those years of doing that and not being conscious of what you're doing, those years that got him. And I'm pretty convinced that that was part of the problem. After finding out this information, my dad worked second shift for over 30 years, 35 years. So he was doing this for way more than 15 years, 30 years. And the last one is drink as much fluid as possible between 4 a.m. and 12 p.m. This is the period in which your body detox. The fluid you consume helps the body to flush out all its toxins. So yeah, between 4 a.m. and 12 p.m., you want to drink as much water or 100% fruit juices as possible to help your body get rid of all the toxins that it made from when you were asleep, from healing yourself. So now it done healed you, build you up. Now all the byproduct of everything that the body did is got to get rid of it. And that is the time that it gets rid of all that stuff between 4 a.m. and 12 p.m. So you shouldn't be eating anything between these times, just nothing but drinking fluid. So here's a list of herbs that helps for soothing the gut. If anybody has any type of IBS issues or ulcers or any type of stomach issues, these herbs here are great for that. Then here's some supplements that you can use that can help you for your gut: vitamin D, fiber, omega-3, magnesium, sea moss, and vitamin C. All of these are great for building your immune system and repairing your intestinal tract. And here's another list of alternative sugars that you can use. And here's a few more herbs that you can use. And these herbs helps with energy if you need energy. So I am done here. I'll see you guys next lecture in 2 weeks. Thank you.